Bands are standard at all. I mean, IQ, Pulse, Goyo, these aren't operators we tend to see banned, especially on Cafe. On Cafe, you'd expect to see maybe a Valkyrie band, a Maestro, uh, an Echo, what have you. But that's usually because they've been banned because of how those operators and the utility plays on the map. I think the bans we're seeing here are more targeted bans. I think each team is trying to say, hey, who is an operator we can remove from the board that makes it easier for us and harder for them?
That may be true as well. You're pretty right about that one. But I mean, Monty is kind of a standard band, isn't it? Or
I,
am
I agree,
I?
yeah. I
Ah,
agree.
but
Sorry to cut you off, William, but yeah, Monty is, I guess, a standard ban because of how he is able to do a lot of the face checking that you normally wouldn't be able to do without dying, and also because of the power positions that exist on Cafe. Man, we keep talking about the power positions, but that's because they're so influential in how the round plays out, and Monty is usually able to push players out of those power positions so easily. So I think you're right, it's good that he's been banned on this map, at least for the defenders, who, for now, it's DNMK. They're starting us off not on the top floor, but instead, this time, they're starting us on the second floor, reading and. What's that? Reading and
dining.
dining. Yeah.
No, reading and dining, and ATK is going to be taking the top floor anti-piano as we see AML on the Ash jumping right in. JS probably wants to do a run out, but probably knows about that repel onto the walls, onto the windows in piano, but they're already inside and getting rid of all the banshees and everything as Leventus patiently waits for them to push in deep into his sight. But Mario is going to be waiting on the white hallway, gets rid of the gets rid of the clone and gets met with AML. They trade gunshots, but nobody hurt that much except for AML taking a little bit of damage. It's going to be a fight to take care of that white stairs hallway. Leventus eliminating JMS and ATK, missing a member, but Figure gets a pick of his own, and Figure gets a double while on top of that.
Ooh.
This is intense.
Ooh, intense indeed. As the seconds trickle down, we are in the last minute of the round. It is a 4v3 right now, the advantage in the way of ATK. The trade game going beautifully well, not to mention Figure getting a double kill of his own. However, right now it does appear like the attack is stalling a little bit. They still are on the top floor. They have eliminated the presence of DNMK there, but the vertical game is yet to come, and they're yet to clear out the defenders who are anchored on site right now. We're going to the last 30 seconds, and ATK are still droning, still trying to find the information they need. Jason fully flashed. He has nothing he can see, nothing he can hear. However, on these stairs, a fight will ensue. He's looking the wrong way. He gets taken down by Corsa. That's the Nomad with the ARX, a very powerful weapon indeed. As we go into the last 15 seconds of this round, bodies are falling on the side of DNMK, and it's up to Crushers to stop this plant from going down.
Crusher's the only one left, and the diffuser just went down. So he's got 42 seconds left to make something happen, Corsa, possibly going up to the top floor to watch the diffuser from there, as the rest of his teammates are going to stick around and keep patrol. But Sir Pancakes ends the round on Crushers to make it a 1-0 lead for ATK.
ATK doing well on that first round. They have that attack practice to the T, as you can see. They did start on the top floor, where they spent a little bit of time trying to flush out the people who are playing there. And William, we were talking about how the power positions on Cafe are really strong. And thank you to Kanye, the observer, who was showing us an overview of that little pixel area. However, curiously, DNMK weren't playing anyone in Pixel, and do you think that had anything to do with how round number 1 played out?
It's a little bit of hindsight, right? Because I think that we're relying on the Banshee there. There was the Banshee in the hallway, so they could be notified exactly when ATK was pushing in. And it seemed like they held it down for quite long enough. I think the bigger question would be, did they fall back too late, or did they fall back too soon? Because I believe one of the players fall back, and I think the Jaeger stayed behind to play for life and ended up being taken out. So I think the bigger question is the interaction that happened there. Did they stick around for too long, or should they have gone earlier? That would be my question to ask.
It's a question that DNMK need to find the answer to soon if they don't want to see ATK taking the lead and running away with it just yet. As we go into round number 2, we can reminisce about round number 1 and how the setup coming out from DNMK has changed this time, as they do appear to have invested quite a little bit more utility on that top floor. Last time, like you said, William, they were kind of depending on that Banshee a little bit too much, and it didn't work out in their favor. and a lot of the top floor, a lot of the gist that goes when you're playing on the top floor is to waste us. Oh my goodness! A C4 beautifully placed from Jason blows AML sky high and opens the hatch for ATK while they're at it. But oh
That's a
my, what a
good
waste
read
that
on
round
that.
number two.
I'm pretty sure he was sound whoring that, or he might have had a camera outside. I don't know. He probably threw a camera outside the hallway, or he just knows. And now Corsa taking a piano as they usually do, alongside with Figure on the stairs. They will be taking that white hallway momentarily, but they will be confronted by either the Malusi and Mario on the Mozzie. First shots coming in. That interaction is going to happen. We're curious to see who's going to win this one. Grenade comes in. Luckily, the Jaeger trophy system is there to stop it. Flash coming in to burn that. You were talking earlier, Olympus, about the ADS living its lifespan there. And if you don't get rid of that trophy system as a whole, you're going to have a problem later on in a round, or you're going to have to push really early, which is what's happening here. They can flash it out, but as long as they don't push early enough, it's still going to be there and it's still going to be working in 10 seconds time. The Jaeger gets pushed by Leventus, but taken out by Figure. So Pancake getting a pick of his own onto Leventus. James as well adding on to the kill count, making it a 3v3 man count for both teams.
That ADS did save Mario's life once, but it's not enough to stop a bullet as he and Leventis are down. Same goes for AML and Figure on the side of ATK. And I have to say that a lot of the action in this round are coming out a bit early. However, it's not so much the case in this round as we are left with just 45 seconds. And there are still two players left on the side of DNMK, Jason and Crushers. They are the ones left to hold the fort. They have an MP5, an MPX and an MP5, so very capable SMGs on the side of the defense. But is it enough to stop the ARs that are coming from APK? As one drops down into the pillar's balcony, he gets Jason. Jason is down. They do have the information on him. They're trying to finish the kill and get him through the little draw there, but it's not enough. James is the one to secure the final kill. And ATK are going round number 2 in the bag.
Unfortunate for DMNK. They went back to the same side, hoping to rectify any mistakes, and they were unable to do so. They held it out a bit longer this time, in my opinion, and they still had 3 players alive by the time of the execution was meant to happen, but they were unable to hold it out for the rest of the round. So they'll be switching it over to Bar and Cocktail Lounge this time, and we see a Frost coming up, who is kind of finding a feet in the high level plays lately. But as you see, it is a 6th pick onto Clash, the loud lady herself.
The British woman who is literally too angry to die. You know, you say Frost has been finding her footing, and I like the wordplay on that. In the pro scene, because you know she got a little bit of a change. She is now able to bring with her the super shorty, and we know how on defense being able to remodel the map, make rotations, create angles, and so forth is very crucial in how the defense plays out. So she has been finding a little bit of a niche for herself. Of course, we're not forgetting that she has the 3 frost mats she's able to bring. So when players are not attentive and there's so much pressure coming down, you're like 10 seconds left and it's all popping off around you, it's sometimes difficult to look immediately to the ground below you, and you can get caught in a frost trap like that.
Oh yeah, especially for the fact that you know that the defenders are looking at you, and jumping onto the window and shooting down is not an option. Yeah, it's over for you. But ATK preparing to take piano again in similar fashion. Wonder if they're going to treat it the same way as they've been treating all the other rounds, because it's going to be different this time. They have DMNK has ADSs onto Ticket and New Hatch. Oh my word, this bullet shot. If he gets that clash from here, he does spot him. He does spot him out. Does he know that his back is to him? Oh my word, even red pings are coming off. He might get a shot. He does get a shot off and eliminates Dan the man off a bullet shot that was crazy by Corsa. And now he's going to watch out for a run out because, as players know, they did notify the rest of the players. And I don't know, somebody might be going for a run out. Grenade comes in and eliminates the shield out of the way. The clash on Crushers has to feed information for the rest of the players. But ATK has the entire piano area surrounded.
ATK are doing a good job. Kosa, what a beautiful shot, I have to say again, getting rid of Dan the Man. It would have been better maybe if he would have been able to get the clash of crushes because, when you're coming down to the execution and you're low on HP, those little shots, they build up and they can't leave you on the ground. However, for now, ATK are in the advantage. They do have one man more than the NMK. However, if they are not aware of the flank that is coming out from Jason, who's still playing on the Jaeger down below, it might come to bite them in the back quite literally.
True indeed. And as we see, so Pancakes, Olympus, and of course, they're going to try and deal with that as they repel on White Stairs and Cocktail. AML pushing deeper into the white hallway. There's somebody in Freezer. She has a back to Freezer. If Leventus can peek this, he might be able to eliminate AML. And James gets a pick onto Mario, and Leventus gets a pick of his own. But 2 players are missing from DMNK and only 1 from ATK. Ace and somebody else like banging up on the clash. It only takes a melee. No, you should be hitting those shots. But Figure takes out Crushers on the clash. The diffuser's going down by James, but it is stopped. However, now Jason on the Jaeger on Red Stairs has to find 3 of ATK's members.
He's got a task ahead of him, and it gets even more difficult as that diffuser is successfully planted. He is making his way right now into Piano. There are some flank drones that have been set up by ATK, giving them the information they need to find this last remaining player of Jason. There's a player on Heaven. How is he not able to get the shots? James, he's down. How are you down, James? It's a 1v2 now. It gets a bit more winnable for him. But no, ATK makes sure they're continuing the trend of their attacks. 3 rounds in a row, flawlessly coming out there off the back of Kosa, who's playing the Nomad. What a shot. He started the round off with a kill onto the L of Dan the Man, and he finishes it off with a kill onto Jason. He is bringing the heat, William.
Oh yes, he is indeed. I wonder what you thought about ATK rotating over to Cocktail windows and White Stairs windows, because I think time management wise, they managed it so beautifully and perfectly, because they took over Piano, left men in Piano, rotated outside over into White and Cocktail, and took over that side. And it left DMNK pinched and unawares. And that's why Jaeger had to rotate all the way downstairs and had to come up Red Stairs, which was too late at that point because ATK had already taken control over the bar area.
Mario showing us how to play Oryx by dashing away at these bars here. But on that last round, William, I have to say I didn't even notice how well that ATK were managing their time. And I think it comes down again to power positions, man. And it's so curious to me how DNMK are forfeiting to play, the usual pixel stuff, and instead trying to find other ways to stop ATK from just having the time of their lives with the map control. However, that being said, ATK did well because I think they noticed that if they still had to deal with the Crushers who was playing the Clash on that side of the map, it would have been a losing battle. So instead of putting all your pressure from one direction, why not try to get someone else pressure from a different angle? That way, the NMK have too many things to watch. This time, will AML get blown up by the Nitro? No, and the hatch does indeed get successfully opened here. I've just started on round number 4.
No pre-praised Nitros this time to catch them unawares. They do know about them now, though. So they making quite quick progress already so far. The same site being chosen by DMNK, and Dan the Man is going to challenge anyone who's going to be trying to drop onto Red Hatch. Her shield is disabled, but she's got that Ella shotgun, which is one of the most deadliest weapons in the game. And played on close contact, on close quarters, it's a menace to deal with. And as I say that, he's going to be pushing deep in. He knows somebody's to his left, does manage to get a couple of shots in, but not for the kill. They managed to make it out alive. And the Ayana peeks and downs Dan the man, try to make it out alive, and that's 5-4 man count for ATK. Crushers coming in for the support, but being shot at the back. This is what ATK is really good at. They take in that piano area and they know they need it, and they make sure they've got it, and it's really tripping up DMNK because they're unable to get them out of that piano area. Once ATK gets hold of that piano area, they want to keep it for life.
It looks like the entirety of the action this round will be going down over at the red stairs, as already 3 players from DNMK are dead to the engagements they were trying to win on that side of the map. And for what? They only able to get James, the Thatcher, and he had already used a lot of his EMPs. Now, however, it's a 3v2. Make that a 3v1. It's Mario again, left alive, last man standing. He is the Oryx. He has the ability to flank, but no. What a shot coming out from Figure. Figure has been playing the Ayana consistently this last 4 rounds, and he's been making it work with that G36C, very, very strong rifle there. And Figure, we can continue talking about him because he's been playing Flex, and he's been doing incredibly well.
And he's been doing exceptionally well, especially helping out on that piano and pixel take. They've been consistently getting that spot, and it seems like they're on the roll this time and they cannot be stopped. And DMNK is really struggling to put a hold onto that attack. Maybe, I don't know, just a suggestion, maybe, I don't know, have somebody below. Seems like ATK hasn't been sending people below. I could be wrong about this, and I don't know. Maybe DMNK needs to try something new because it's not looking quite good so far. 4 rounds on defense, being lost. Something has to change. They need to answer some questions at this point in time, Olympus.
William, well, it looks like something new is what DNMK are going to be doing as they take us to the kitchen bomb site all the way on the bottom floor. And I love this bomb site because of how much versatility it allows you in setting it up. Here we see Dan the man opening shotgun holes at the bottom of that wall. And this is also another one. You could choose to double reinforce it. You could choose to leave a rotation as Dan the man has done. Same goes with Freezer. And it just brings so much creativity into the way you can choose to defend this site. And that's what DNMK are going to attempt to be doing right now. They do have a Jaeger and Ella, who this time is on Jason and not Dan the man. Last time he wasn't able to make it work. He peeked out just a little bit too aggressively with that shotgun. He was able to do some damage but not secure the kill. And in terms of the other operators, we have Mario, who's playing the Mozzie, Crushes on the Melusi, and Dan the man this time has chosen to go SAS. He's playing Mute.
Yeah. And look at this interesting thing again. ATK typically taking piano. Once they have a piano, you'll see them fanning out into their respective positions or the positions they really want to take or really need in order to attack that top floor. It is looking like a top floor and possibly a bakery take. It is indeed. AML is going to meet up with Leventus onto white stairs. Maybe one of them heard the other, or they both heard each other. And seems like Leventus is the only one there, which is a problem. The only one in close proximity is the Mozzie on the Mario. And Leventus is going to push up. He's going to get an angle onto it. If AML... No, and it's the clone that he gets him. He's safe for now, so that's a good thing. That is a 2... two utilities taken away from ATK and all for nothing. So that was good of him to push up and fall back at that.
It was good, I agree, but also at the same time risky. If he would have been caught flat-footed on that air jab, he could have been eliminated. But on the side of ATK, Figure has been showing us how it's done with Ayana. He's showing us a masterclass at playing this operator from the Netherlands. We saw him take good control of the top floor, and here he does get into an engagement over on the brown stairs. Not enough to kill him, however. He's left on half HP as he gets out his frag, trying to find some of the utility on the side of DNMK. But going back to Figure's play, he took ATK took control of the top floor in the first 30 seconds of the round, and then they moved on over into the mining section of the map, got some of that vertical play, got some of those angles opened up, but right now it's not been enough, as it's a 5v5 going to the last 20 seconds. Utter chaos is about to ensue here. Jason, he's feeling the pressure. The walls are getting open. People are pushing in. He's taken down. Another one goes down on the side of ATK. It's a 4v4. Engagements coming out on all sides. South Pancake right now, he has the double kill and he's going for the plant. Support players rise up. This is how it's done. However, he's not successful. He is killed, and all of a sudden, the advantage is on the side of DNMK. As it's just one left, AML, he is shut down. He is cut down by Crushers. And there we go, William. We were talking about what do DNMK need to do? What questions do they need to answer? What changes do they need to make? And they've shown us that right now, it's not going to be a flawless map for ATK.
They've finally found some sort of an answer, and I bet they're thinking, why didn't we go kitchen the first time? Maybe they could have had some sort of momentum from there, but as we all know, hindsight is 2020, and I'm just glad they were able to get a round off finally. It is a 4-1 lead for ATK though, so if DMNK can sneak in another win of a round to make it a 4-2 and not have such a tough time when they switch over to attack, that would be a good thing for them. They're now taking the bomb site all the way up to Bar and Cocktail, and hopefully they remember what on earth happened up here and they can fix a couple of things.
Well, one thing is certain. ATK are going to be taking control of the top of Red Stairs and then Piano in short order, as we see them setting up some of their drones. They have already lost 2 in the preparation phase. That's not the best in terms of drone economy for ATK. However, they still have 8 to play around with. So going into this round, like we're talking about, William, we will expect them to get those hatches open. Hopefully this time AML will not get blown sky high. And then once they have established control of the red stairs, the top of Red Stairs, maybe set up an air jab to prevent flanks, we'll see Figure going in with the Iana hologram, scouting it out, seeing who's in Piano, seeing what's up. And then once they have control of Piano, from there it's just a collapse onto the site. I think, William, the questions that DNMK need to be answering right now is, what do we do with our aggression? Because we've seen it working sometimes, and who here could be an aggression working out in the side of ATK as Kosa tries to repeat a move he made a few rounds ago. Right now, nothing just yet. However, the Kaid of Jason, he could get his head chopped off if he's not careful.
Kosa's one sneaky bugger. He's been doing that almost every single round at this point. So if they haven't read onto that, they really need to read onto it quick. I thought the C4 that was thrown onto one of the windows was for Kosa, but it doesn't seem like it was. So this is what I was hoping would happen. As we see from DMNK, Mario downstairs, and Leventus has also gone downstairs. So hopefully Mario gets a C4, which is already used. So he has to kind of make a move at this point. Pre-placed C4 gets rid of Kosa as he jumps into the window. I'm guessing that was in Piano somewhere. So well played for him. That's a good read. And to eliminate somebody like Kosa out of the mix.
A good job indeed on DNMK to get rid of Kosa, the IGL for ATK, who has been holding his own weight on that Nomad. The ARX, like we said, a very, very powerful weapon. It's currently on 4 kills. Not be getting any more kills this round, however, as he was eliminated by a very well-placed and well-timed C4 from Mario, who's still downstairs. On the side of DNMK, there is still one C4 in the hand of Dan the Man. Hopefully he will be able to use it before losing his life. We see here AML has been reassigned the task of hunting these roamers down. But is that what you want to be doing though? 40 seconds left, and they still haven't eliminated the presence of DNMK downstairs. Right now, though, they are looking like they are having a better time holding off against the collapse that is ATK. And of course, as I say that James gets the kill and Sir Pancake is going for the execute, James himself gets taken down. It's a 3v3. 20 seconds are on the board for that diffuser. It gets put down, excuse me. We are left with 40 seconds here. 2v3, William, take it away.
And Figure and AML left. The diffuser is down, so that's the saving grace for them at this point. Mario, Crushers, and Leventus have to find both of them in 27 seconds. If they don't, but Crushers does take out Figure and leaves AML alone. There's 20 seconds left of the round. They do have enough man count to cover each other, but AML eliminates one of them. That's Mario and Crushers left. One of you has to go for the diffuser, but Mario eliminates AML. And they finally get a second round onto the board. DMNK make it 4-2. Still, ATK is on the lead, but that's a good round from DMNK.
A good round indeed. It only took them three times. But third time's the charm for DNMK, winning it out on bar. And, that round was all over the place. It started with what could have possibly been a repeat kill by Kosa picking through those bullet holes over on the piano windows. He wasn't able to secure that one, as Jason was just able to sneak away beautifully. However, we saw Kosa getting taken out by that C4 from downstairs, and I was talking while all of that was going on, and it didn't even get to my point, William, but I was saying, what is the question that DNMK need to answer? And at that point, it was aggression. We saw aggression coming out from Dandaman. He was playing the Ella with the shotgun. He picked too much when they were defending bar on round number 4. He got taken down to so much low HP that it wasn't worth it at that point. Yeah. Now, we're seeing the aggression coming out from the side of DNMK, but at the right moments. I think the word is timing that we're looking for, William.
Yeah. Funny you say that. I was going to say the Ella just got caught by timing at that point. It's just there was one person on stairs and one person on top of stairs. I think it was just nerves, and he probably panicked when he saw the other guy, and he got hit with timing. So, yeah, great minds think alike. I love that. I like
that. Absolutely. So DNMK look like they're getting a lot more comfortable on Cafe. They're looking like they're reading into ATK a lot better now. They aren't losing bodies early, and the aggression, as long as they are able to keep it in check, as long as they are able to activate it at the correct moments, it's working out for them. In the beginning, ATK seemed to have an advantage in terms of their refrag game. The trade game was on point. You get one of them, 2 of them are on your number, they take you down, ATK is up the trade there. But right now, it seems like, I don't know, man. I don't know. We were talking about that unpredictability and how it's difficult to say who's going to be the better of these two teams. That's starting to show as we go into round number 7, William.
Yeah, I love that angle set up by Figure at the top of mining and train, actually, onto Freezer, actually looking out. And he's got the support of that castle door on the side of mining. He heard some footsteps, and that's why he's trying to get that C4 out and eliminate somebody. James is going to be working on the floor. That's a little bit of soft breach. It's funny to see ATK not hard contesting the top floor that much, but they do have 2 players on train and mining. So any bit of confrontation will happen around that area, I believe so. Some red pings coming in, so Leventus totally disregarding whoever was in dining room, and he does get a pick onto Figure because of that. That was a good read. He must have had some information onto someone. Gosa does get a pick of his own onto Mario to make it a 4v4 man count.
4v4 as we go into the last 65 seconds or so of this. Oh, Kosa looking the wrong way. That siege timing. That siege timing. Oh my gosh, he gets taken down. Absolutely unlucky. However, AML is there to trade it back out. Like you said, the trades coming out from these 2 teams, they're absolutely beautiful to watch. Right now, however, so much chaos is ensuing. A C4 goes out, it's not able to net anything. A Toxic Babe, however, is released a little bit early, and I'm not sure exactly why. Maybe there is
Oh,
presence above this hatch, and yes, indeed there is. Crushers is there looking down, trying to find anything. It's up to him, Dandaman, and Leventis to make it work here. 35 seconds as we go into the execute phase of this round. It's up to James and Sir Pancake to prevent that diffuser from being planted or to eliminate all the remaining players of DNMK. DNMK looking like they've woken up here, as it's quite rare in this match to see that ATK are on the back foot.
indeed, ATK on the back foot, and Flash is coming in to serve Pancakes. You know somebody's going to be pushing in. One pushes in, second pushes in, and they both go down, leaving one player left. There's a fear on Dan the Man, eliminated by Sir Pancake. Sir Pancake turning other people into pancakes himself. What a beautiful round from him.
It's only fitting that he was doing it in the kitchen as well, picking up a 3K with that smoke, playing the FMG9, not to mention. Oh my goodness. Talk about being at the right place at the right time, because he was perfectly positioned to just cut down all the attackers coming in there. The NMK had a good round. They had established the map control, like you said, William. ATK wanted to be challenging the top floor. They had some utilities set up. They had some bodies on the second floor there in mining and reading, but it kind of just fell by the roadside, cause of dying there to an unexpected, but a poorly timed positioning of himself, and the mute was there as well, got taken out. So it looked, for the most part, that DNMK were in full control. They were in the driver's seat with the steering wheel, saying, hey, we're taking round number 7 and we're taking it powerfully as we switch sides over here into our attack. But at the end there, Sir Pancake, his heroics on that weapon we don't see a lot of, somehow able to save 80k on that one, and they're 5-2, man, getting closer and closer to match point.
They are getting closer and closer, and well done to Sir Pancakes on that clutch. But what I wanted to touch on, though, was the teamwork from DMNK. I really thought they were going to be taking that, because they were reading ATK left, right, and center. They were even using, I think it was either Figure's angle onto Freezer. They used that against him so brilliantly with Ash and somebody else in Dining Room to pre-fire the Mozzie. The Mozzie had to reposition, and the Ash just pushed the Mozzie immediately, knowing that the Mozzie had to reload or reposition, and took the kill. So that kind of teamwork was working so brilliantly for DMNK, and I thought they were really going to take it to the bag, but time just wasn't enough. And of course, Sir Pancake is just more than enough.
Well, as ATK, as powerful as you are, you can't keep letting... You can't bank on the fact that there's going to be a star play like that coming out from one of your players to win you the rounds. DNMK, they are a serious threat. They've shown us that they've woken up. They are ready. Their guns are hot. They want to get this win as badly as you do, ATK. So you got to be a little bit more serious than that, and can't leave it up to 1 or 2 star players to clutch the round. And this round, however, the action is coming so much earlier as Leventis breaks double digits there. He gets 1 kill, puts him on 10. Sir Pancake, the star player from last round, well, he's not going to be doing anything starry this time as he's out of commission.
And James standing on an off angle after seeing a couple of shots from the player downstairs. He's going to be patiently waiting. Figure getting rained on with bullets, but not enough to kill him, though. AML's in a bit of a predicament at this point. If only the sledge could either drone it out or get somebody to drone it out and be more aware. But he does leave that position, which means they don't know about the Jaeger up top. AML is safe, and he might cause a bunch of problems if he's left to his devices at this point. Leventis is going to push in on the James, holding that off angle. We'll see which one wins which. Oh no, he looks up. This might be another typical timing moment. He's forced to look up and look down. This is what DMNK is good at this point in time. There he was. He got distracted by somebody in dining. He had to go investigate, or he had to go and challenge, and it got Leventis a kill. And Leventus has got another kill. And he ends up with another kill onto AML. The diffuser is down though, leaving Corsa on his own on a castle. Does get Leventus out of the picture, but the damage is done though. Corsa has to find 4 more players. This is that thing you were talking about, Olympus. You have to rely on a player to now pull off some sort of heroic play. And as I say, heroic play, he heroically gets rid of Dan the man. But does he know that somebody's lying behind the bomb? Corsa, you might be able to see him. No, he doesn't spot him though. He was looking somewhere else. Corsa, if only you turn left, you might be able to get one. He does pre-fire a couple of shots, spots the Mario, eliminates him, but somebody else is waiting for him. Crushes, takes Corsa out to get a round for themselves and make it a 5-3 score count.
My, William. It's looking like it's going to be a much longer night than we thought. It's looking like we're going to be spending a little bit more time on cafe than we had imagined. Of course, we knew
there's a whiskey bar, Olympus, down there. There's a whiskey bar. That's okay.
Of course, we knew that it was going to be a close one. We knew it's going to go this way. But let's talk about that last round, William. Like we said, in the beginning, DNMK, they look like they're in control. ATK not extending themselves too far out. However, Leventis on that roam clear, he gets 1, he gets 2, 3, make it almost 4. Did he get a 4K? Yeah, he did actually get a 4K, and he was chasing the ace. He got shut down there. Aggression is the word that we've been talking about all night. But once you've gotten 4 kills on Ash and the diffuser has been planted, you can't get a little bit in over your head going out with the pistol. Didn't get him anything. But let's talk about Corsa. Corsa there, he had a good attempt. UMP 45, 75 HP and a dream. He almost made it work there. He walked out with a 3K, and like we were saying, William, the star plays coming out from ATK, are they enough? Are they enough to win them this map?
Yeah, in a long run, you cannot rely on those, Olympus. And yeah, I mean, the impactless frags at that point, once there's somebody that's going to eliminate you and you don't even know where they are, it becomes pretty useless. But it was a valiant effort nonetheless. But to touch on to DMNK, I keep forgetting to look at who's working with Leventus, because somebody is distracting ATK for Leventus to just become a machine gun and just steamroll ATK. And yeah, I keep forgetting to look at who's that. But just keep an eye on Leventus and his co-partner, because they are doing a great job at room clearing these people. Already Figure being taken, well, not out of the board. He's still alive. He's just out, but down, but not out. So they're going to have to deal with him. I'm pretty sure they know that he's down. Even if they do drone and find out, they'll be able to finish him off, as it's a high traffic area and James does pick him up, and Dan the man does hear the sound. Gets rid of the Banshee. Now it's clear for them to push in and a little bit of support. Love to see James and ATK contesting this area a bit more than what DMNK were. So I don't know what you have to say about that.
I'm definitely happy because DNMK didn't seem to be interested at all in holding Pixel, but we see here ATK have set up a shield, an ADS, a couple of more utilities being invested into holding that power position. I'm so blown away by the fact that ATK were able to pick Figure up, because I was so sure at that point he was a dead man. However, Dan the man is the dead man in this round. The first round to fall on the side of DNMK, breaking the trend. And there we go, kills going all ways. But right now it's all Jason left against the 2 players of ATK. So much aggression, I can barely keep up with it. How did we get here?
We got there by Sir Pancakes and Corsa getting a couple of kills with the Frost. I don't know how. We was just in the middle of bar spraying down into tickets, and he managed to get one of them. But as well, all the other teams were in position to get the refrags, no matter how many times DMNK traded them off. And it worked out for ATK at this point. And now Jason left to his devices and he has to clutch it out. He's got 25 seconds left. A smoke canister being deployed, but what's going to be the follow-up?
Sir Pancake still has one gas grenade left in his pocket, and 15 seconds now is the perfect time to throw it. Of course, he knows the default plant spots. There we go. It falls. Jason, will he make the other one fall? No, he's taken out by Sir Pancake. He's the man of this round, man. He's the man of the last two rounds, securing the kills for his team when he needs to. Very, very impactful frags there. Taking us to round number 10, it's match point. Right now, it's in the favor of ATK. And, you know, it feels like it's a lot closer than that, William, because DNMK on that last round, they were set up perfectly. They got the initial advantage by downing Figure. And, you know, like I said, I was so shocked that he was able to get picked up because I thought that DNMK would have the angles on him, kill him, or kill anyone who tried to revive him because they didn't have a dock. They didn't have the advantage of raising someone from a distance. However, he got picked up, and from there, it just kind of fell. It all imploded on itself. We got the initial pick from ATK on to DNMK, and more often than not, the team that gets the opening frag, the team that gets the first kill, is the one that tends to win the round.
True indeed. And I was pretty sure they had that kill in the bag, or maybe they didn't know at all that he was downed. But, you know, it's neither here nor there. But that could have been the difference maker. So I may be wrong. But they are going back to not the same site. They're going to Reading and Dining this time. ATK, of course, because they did win that other round. So they'll be holding this for the match point. If they win this, they take the match and the map. So that's going to be a hard round now because DMNK has to really bring it to stop it from happening. And I'm sure ATK wants to close this off before DMNK gets any closer in terms of rounds.
You know, when we started this match, it looked like it was going to be a whitewash from ATK. However, DNMK were able to get a little bit more comfortable and get into the groove of things and string a couple of rounds together. But I'm just thinking right now, maybe that was too little too late because right now they need to find 3 rounds in a row and they need to find them perfectly. If they make a single mistake here, ATK are going to win and they're going to join the counterparts Shark White in the winners, the upper bracket for this group.
True indeed. So now Leventus and the rest of DMNK are going to play a little bit more cautiously this time. Leventus taking it all the way from kitchen. He's going to be slowly walking up. I'm sure he's going to be going up white stairs. And he's going to be contested by somebody. So I'm curious to see if anybody supports him up those white stairs as they have been throughout these rounds. So I'm pretty sure it was the Sledge or the Habana last time because they are in that similar position to kind of distract somebody from ATK so that Leventus can get those kills on the roam clear. But now, as we see, James is stuck in trains. He has nowhere to go, so he has to play this for life. That is one thing for sure. But he does have a little bit of support. But James, with some pre-fire shots, and eliminates Dan the man. And he's trying to get another pick of his own, and he has support this time. They have to refrag James. He's only on a couple of HP left. So at this point, he's just playing for time and to keep everybody else busy. But Leventus does put a shutdown on that roam, but they finally put a shutdown on Leventus.
Whoa.
And Kosa's going on a tear right now on red stairs, eliminating Crushers and James. That is good news for ATK, but Mario was low HP, and so Pancakes finishes it off, the hero of this map. What a play by ATK, taking the score 7-3. Olympus. My oh my, what a game.
My ATK coming out of this, the victors there, Kosa standing proud as the IGL, doing his fair share of coordinating everyone and putting the kills in as he's on 11 kills, followed closely by Sir Pancake coming off of those 3Ks, those 2Ks he was getting all the time. And my goodness, Leventus, 13 kills, make 14 kills coming out of that last round, but it's not enough to win you the map. like I was saying, going into that round, DNMK got comfortable when it was just a little bit too late, and ATK already had so much of an advantage that it was a bit difficult for them to string a couple of rounds in a row and make it equal. And whew, my heart is pumping because I didn't expect it to go that way. I thought there were going to be a couple of more rounds in DNMK. They were really showing up. Leventis on the Ash getting that 13 kills in the bag. It's definitely going to pad his stats a little bit. And William, we can talk about Leventis a little bit here as the match concludes. You know, he's playing Ash, and Ash has kind of moved into this different role where she's not so much a fragger these days. She's more of a utility based operator, which I know is kind of difficult to wrap your head around, you know, given the history of the last couple of seasons of Siege, which has been very, very heavily utility focused. But yeah, you know, she got a couple of changes where she's now got more breaching rounds. She's able to do more damage in terms of utility. That aside, though, the support he was getting from his teammates, the information, the coordination that he was getting is what enabled him to shine. 14 kills, but it's not enough for DNMK to win.
Indeed, I couldn't have summed it up better, Olympus. It's the coordination was there 100%. Leventis did his job as an entry fragger, and I would say it falls into the flex kind of part this time because he has to get rid of a bunch of utility this time, and he has to get kills, and he has to open frag. But he did his job so beautifully, and thanks to his teammates as on top of that. The only issue though was the follow-ups.
The follow-ups were indeed lacking a little bit from DNMK. Like we said, ATK's trade game, it was on point. Once you kill one from ATK, be sure you're gonna die. It's a suicide mission. That was, you know, a little bit lacking from DNMK. There were rounds where they were doing very, very well, and there were close rounds indeed, not to take anything away from how ATK were playing. But you know, in the beginning on their defenses, you know, we were kind of wondering what is this meta they're trying to introduce, where you kind of give up piano, you kind of give up pixel for free, and instead focus on other sides of the map. Didn't really work out for them.
Or maybe they were thinking of more of the long run, like let them drone out this area for as long as possible, and then I don't know, later on meet them where they really need to be later on in the round, and hopefully hold them on for longer there. I'm only guessing at this point. I don't know. But yeah, it didn't seem to work out that well. They did come alive later on, Olympus. They got a bit more aggressive and actually pushed back on ATK, and they did get a couple. I think they got 1 or 2 rounds off that. So maybe they'll realize that they need to do a little more of that. And yeah, I don't know. Each team does things differently. You know, some teams will waste more time. Some teams will fall back sooner than later and hold down the actual site longer. And sometimes it just doesn't work out. So no, it's just trial and error at this point. But it is group stages. You only get 2 chances. I know you want to pull out all the stops at this point. That might have been the 10,000 Rand map.
It might have been indeed. There are moments where you look back and think that, man, everything could have turned out different if that didn't happen. But should have, could have, would have. It's all in the past now. ATK, they win it. They win Cafe. It's a map they play a lot. A map they're really good at, to mention as well. And DNMK struggled a little bit reading and bar, not really their sites. They didn't really make it work for them. So hoping to see that they're gonna tighten up the defenses a little bit moving into the future, as of course they aren't knocked out just yet. There is a lower bracket where they will get the chance to write the redemption story and come back riding that redemption arc and surprise us maybe in the future. But as for now, that is it from William and myself. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We'll be coming to you with a lot more Siege action in the near future, so make sure you're subscribed. And thank you so much for watching the first day of the group stages of the WLE 10K.
Ciao.